I am going to show you how to fix your shoulder impingement in 1 minute. And when you see how easy it is, it will blow you away. Now, let's be real. It's going to take more than 1 minute to rehab from a shoulder impingement, from any shoulder injury. It's going to take more than a minute. But if you have 1 minute a day, what I'm going to show you will really help. You need at least one pillow, and this one right here. I use this one for my head. This is not mandatory, but I like having a pillow. So you're going to lay down on your back like this, and then you have this pillow right here to support your arm. We'll say this is the arm that has the impingement. This is the arm that I have had a shoulder impingement for over almost an entire year. And I did a whole bunch of other exercises that didn't work, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but this one absolutely made a difference. So what you do is you put your arm on the pillow like this. You want to have it kind of a right angle as much as possible. If it's not at a right angle, that's okay, it doesn't matter, but that's what you want to try to be, at a right angle. What we're trying to do is we're trying to restore mobility, proper mobility to your shoulder joint. You can think of the impingement as it is kind of seized up, and it is the space between in your shoulder joint that's supposed to move properly is closed up, and it's causing pain. So all you're going to do, and I don't have any weights, I'm just moving my arm back and forth. That's all you're going to do. Back and forth, back and forth. And you're going to do this for 1 minute. Now, let me just tell you, preferably you're doing this for 1 minute multiple times throughout the day. Multiple times. 10 times a day if you can do it. But I'll tell you that my shoulder impingement was so bad I could not hang from a bar. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So you're going to go back and forth, and do this for a minute. That's it. And what I was going to tell you is that I rarely did this multiple times a day. So for the last, probably say 3 months or so, I did this minimum 1 time a day. And sometimes I would get to 3 times, 4 times. But mostly it was 1 time a day. I was busy. I've been busy. And so when you're super busy, it's hard to get even a minute. But man, if you can get 1 minute, and if you're struggling with a shoulder impingement, this is the key. Once you are feeling like your arm is moving, you're going to increase the range of motion a little bit. See? So here I'm doing it wider, wider, and this is over after several days of doing this. If you feel pain, like if you're going back here, right? It's amazing I can go that far. It used to feel pain right here. So if you go back here, let's say you start feeling pain, you get to here, that's as far as you go. And if I'm going this way, I start feeling pain right here, you stop right there. But gradually, as the days go by, that range of motion gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's one way you know you're making progress. Once you're getting to that, where you're able to do this and not feel any pain, you're getting a pretty good range of motion, you're going to add weights. Now, we're not talking about a lot of weight. You want to do very minimal amount of weight, like a 1 pound dumbbell, if you can find one, or a 1 pound weight, hold it in your hand. I have a 2 pound dumbbell, and trust me, this is all you need. And this is going to help increase that range of motion. This is all you do. Okay, and so you're going to do that for a whole minute. I have gone as heavy as 5 pounds like this, but I found it's really not necessary. And sometimes as you're doing this, your shoulder or your elbow will drift further and further and further down. So you just want to put it back in that sort of 90-degree phase, and you do this. Just do this 1 minute a day. If you really have a shoulder impingement, this will absolutely help. And the reason I can say that with such confidence is because I had a shoulder impingement. And this is the only thing that made a difference. If you've been watching my channel years ago, about a little over a year ago, I set out on a goal to try to get to 50 pull-ups in 1 set. Well, I had to stop. I got as far as 36. I could do 36 pull-ups all in 1 set, all in a row. But in the process of training for doing that, I overdid it. I tried to do too many pull-ups in too short a time. I ended up with some injuries. I injured my left arm right in the elbow and developed a biceps tendinopathy, and that was painful. And then I also developed a shoulder impingement. That was helped along by picking up another hobby. I like Indiana Jones, one of my favorite films, Raiders of the Lost Ark, one of my favorite films of all time. When I was a little kid, I wanted to be like Indiana Jones, and since that had never gone away. So I ended up buying a authentic bullwhip. So awesome. Learning how to crack it, I didn't know what I was doing, and I was swinging it around too hard, and I think that further injured my shoulder. Well, I couldn't hang from a bar without intense pain. It was excruciating. I couldn't do it. I used to be able to hang from a bar for 3 minutes before I let go and had to stop. Because of the shoulder pain, it was so bad, I couldn't do that at all. I couldn't even do it for 5 seconds because it hurt so bad. I mistakenly thought that it was a rotator cuff tear. So I'm going to the gym and I'm doing internal and external rotation exercises with cables. And I would go every single time, about 3 or 4 days a week. The first thing I would do to start my workout is do those exercises, because I thought that if I did those exercises, it would heal my rotator cuff tear. So let me tell you the one tip that normally you would put at the beginning of a video like this, but I just wanted to jump right into it and show you the solution. So number one, if you want to save yourself, in my case, 8 months worth of frustration, almost a year, go to the doctor and get some imaging so you know for sure what it really is. I used to be a personal trainer. I don't talk about that much on this channel because it was a long time ago. I was a certified personal trainer. And at the time I decided it just wasn't the right career path, so I stopped doing it. I don't mention that on this channel very much because it's been so long. I'm also currently a certified health coach. So those things together kind of leads to a little bit of overconfidence sometimes. Thinking, well, I know what this is. I know how to help. I know how to fix it. I was wrong. So don't do what I did, do what I say, and go to the doctor first, get some imaging so you know for sure, is it a rotator cuff thing? Is it a shoulder impingement? Speaking of shoulder impingement, I could not raise my arm any higher than this. I could not put my arm behind my back to scratch my back. I couldn't do any of that. And none of that changed doing the rotator cuff internal or external rotation. I kept doing those day after day, week after week, week after week, month after month, and the pain didn't go away. The injury did not get any better. Finally, I was like, this isn't working. There's got to be something different. Did a bunch of research and realized, oh, I have a shoulder impingement, and the exercises for that are different. Now, I showed you the most important exercise, the exercise that has made the biggest difference for me. It absolutely changed. Like after 8 months of nothing, I noticed improvement just in the first week. And that improvement has steadily increased over time the more that I've done it. Again, for me, it's been 1 minute a day. Maybe my shoulder injury would heal faster if I did it more often. But if you're pressed for time and that's all you can do, do that, and it will make a difference. The caveat to what I'm saying, as I mentioned, I am not a personal trainer currently. I am not a physical therapist. What I'm telling you is my own personal experience. It does not constitute medical advice. Go to the doctor, get some imaging, find out exactly what it is, and hopefully get some physical therapy. If you're stubborn like me and you want to do it all on your own, one way to tell if it's a shoulder impingement and not a rotator cuff or biceps tendinopathy, because sometimes you feel biceps tendinopathy up here in the shoulder. You have the pain right there. It's actually a bicep tendon problem, not a shoulder problem. So one, we got to get that worked out first. But one way to tell is if you hold your arm like this and you push down, or you push up your elbow and move your arm down and you feel pain, there's a good chance you have a shoulder impingement. That's an indicator. Okay, again, go get imaging. But here's what I wanted to show you. I have not been able to hang from a bar for almost a year. And I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna have to have surgery. Ugh. But once I realized I was treating the wrong injury and started doing the right exercises, I made some improvement. So I have my little home pull-up bar. I can hang and I can do pull-ups. This is among the very first pull-ups that I have been able to do for almost a year. I feel no pain in my shoulder, and I'm doing them really slow, so my arms are going to start shaking. No pain in my shoulder whatsoever. That's amazing. It's amazing. So if you have a shoulder impingement, give this a try. There's nothing to lose. Give it a try. And of course, as I mentioned, go to the doctor and get some imaging. It could save you a whole lot of time. It would have saved me probably 8 months of frustration. So there's one other point that I wanted to make. That exercise that I showed you, laying on the ground and doing your arm like this, that is not the only exercise that will help. There are other exercises that will help and other exercises that you can do, but that's the one that you start with. And I will tell you that of those other exercises, I only have done a couple and so minimally that, I wanted to make this video about the one exercises that has helped me the most, and it's the one that I've done the most consistently, and it has made a huge difference. If you want to hear about those other exercises, let me know and I'll consider making a video about those as well. And if you've had a shoulder impingement and you've been able to rehab from that shoulder impingement, I'd be curious to know what you've done. What have you done to rehab from that shoulder impingement? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you.